Welcome to Qilin-Phoenix Poetry Foundation. I'm your host Isasi, and in this mini-series we're discussing Magic the Gathering's Elder Dragon Highlander format. Differences in human interests, energy investments, and competencies, paired with non-trivial economic circumstances, naturally create divergent motivations, knowledge gaps, and resource inequities. A fundamental truth transcending Magic the Gathering, with profound effects on our experiences playing Elder Dragon Highlander. Perhaps it's possible to begin by binning player profiles into 7 distinct, non-orthogonal sets, possessing a multitude of motivational differences shaped by untold internal and external variables, where a collapse of cognitive well-being in an era characterizable by smartphones, social media, and big tech effectively splits an existing Elder Dragon Highlander population into 3 distinct groups. The populace, engaging in groupthink phenomena propagated by influencers across local communities through social media platforms and rampant engagement farming practices. A much smaller group of experimentalists exploring socio-technical viability of various Elder Dragon Highlander strategies. Within this group, continuing learning and growth habits tend to be cultivated through personal legend and interaction with gifted players in their region. Then there exists an even smaller, much more isolated group of parasites, preying upon the populace in pursuit of dopamine, dominance, and distorted forms of social validation, often leading to negative social connections. So-called bad actors, supported by a different group of influencers, social media tools, and deck building services. In considering broader social implications, we find ourselves at an inflection point, where a relatively tiny number of people are responsible for shaping perspectives and expectations pertaining to Elder Dragon Highlander experiences before games are even played. These folks are rarely physically present during gameplay and have little to no value-adding impact on real, lived and shared experiences within local communities. Sort of like a mind virus. But what other factors inhibit our ability to meaningfully connect and engage with elevating aspects of Elder Dragon Highlander? Like, where do we even begin, you know? Well, let's try this. Daniel Kahneman won a Nobel Prize for innovations to economic theory in 2002, then published Thinking Fast and Slow in 2011. Robert Frank published Success and Luck in 2016, and Jonathan Haidt introduced Coddling of the American Mind in 2018, following up with publication of The Anxious Generation in 2024. But it's the work of David Dunning and Justin Kruger from 1999 that feels most compelling in context. The Dunning-Kruger Effect outlines a systemic tendency for people with low levels of competence in a specific domain to give an overly positive assessment of their abilities, while competent people tend to possess a better understanding of their limitations, and may even underestimate their abilities, elegantly explaining why more than 90% of an American population might consider themselves to be above average drivers, despite obvious statistical impossibilities. Such an effect begins to outline fundamental challenges to communication and gameplay across demographics from within Magic the Gathering's competitive roots. So the next time you play a few games of Commander, consider paying more attention to the people you're sharing that experience with than the cardboard rectangles and smartphones, all too often distracting us from what matters most. What might you learn about their interests and motivations? And through shared experiences, what might you discover within yourself? If you wish to support our work, please consider utilizing our affiliate link with Mana Pool for your next Elder Dragon Highlander project. And as always, like, subscribe, and comment.